All the plant tissues are divided into meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Meristematic tissues are those tissues which divide continuously. Permanent tissues are formed from primary meristems. They do not divide. I also told you that meristems are of three types. Apical meristems, present at the tip of the plant, help in growth of the plant lengthwise. Lateral meristems are present cylindrically in stem and leaf, and they help in growth of thickness of plant. Intercalary meristems are present at the axial regions, and they help in formation of branches. Okay. So today we'll study about permanent tissues. Permanent tissues are divided into simple permanent tissues, complex permanent tissues. Simple permanent tissues divided into parenchyma, collenchyma, arenchyma. Complex permanent tissues divided into xylem, phloem. We'll try to understand this part today. Permanent tissues and their classification. Simple permanent tissue. What is the difference between simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue? Simple permanent tissue has only one type of cells. Simple permanent tissue have all the cells in the tissue similar. All the cells are similar. But complex permanent tissue they do not have all cells similar. But when we talked about definition of tissue, I said you that it is made up of all similar cells. Why is complex tissue not like that? It actually has sets of similar cells. Sets of similar cells. If this is a tissue, it has one set of cells which look like fibers, one set of cells which are round, one set of cells which are long, like that. These are all similar, 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 these are all similar. So similar looking cells are present, but there are various components in it. Okay? It has sets of similar cells. These sets are not same. Each set is different from another set. So that is why the name used is complex. It's not simple, it is complex. Simple permanent tissue has all the cells similar, but complex cells have different sets of similar looking cells. That is the difference. Okay. Simple permanent tissue is divided into parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. What is the difference between these three cells? Parenchyma are those cells which are compared to collenchyma, sclerenchyma, they have thin cell walls. Thin cell walls. Okay, we'll do one thing. We'll write in a tabular form. That will be more convenient for us to understand also, to memorize also. Parenchyma, next collenchyma, next sclerenchyma. Parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. They have thin cell wall. Compared to meristem, their cell wall is thick because they are not these are not continuously dividing cells. They are continuously dividing cell. Before cell wall is completely formed, they are dividing again. That is why cell wall is not becoming thick. But compared to other types of permanent tissue, this is having thin cell wall. What is present in the cell wall? Cellulose. Cellulose, that's all. In case of collenchyma, thicker cell wall. Thicker cell wall. So, here cellulose is present, hemicellulose is present, and pectin is present. Why? Because during the formation of cell, first primary cell wall will deposit here. This primary cell wall is made up of cellulose. Inside of that primary cell wall, again one secondary cell wall will deposit. Secondary cell wall is not uniform like primary cell wall. In some areas thick, in some areas thin. So this secondary cell wall is made up of hemicellulose and pectin. In case of second sclerenchyma, cellulose is present in primary cell wall, hemicellulose is also present, pectin is also present, lignin is also present. These are present in secondary cell wall. Okay, in case of collenchyma, this is present in secondary cell wall, hemicellulose and pectin. So compared to this cell is having thicker cell wall. Compared to this cell is having thickest. Okay. When you compare the cytoplasm, in case of parenchyma, cytoplasm is very active. Cytoplasm is very active means so many metabolic activities are taking place in that. Why? Parenchyma is involved in photosynthesis also. It is helpful in storage of food also. Synthesis and storage of food. Major function that is performed by plant is synthesis and storage of food. That is taking place in parenchyma cells. So that is why I am saying this cytoplasm is very active. Collenchyma, since they have thicker cell walls, they provide mechanical strength with flexibility. Mechanical strength with flexibility. With flexibility. Mechanical strength with flexibility means you can see climbers have thicker stem. That thicker stem is helping them move forward, they grow forward, but it's not able to stand straight. It needs support to stand. That type of stems have collenchyma. Okay, they are very tender, but they can bend also. They are tender, but they can bend also. That type of tissues, the type of parts of plant have this collenchyma. Sclerenchyma is mainly for mechanical support only. So it is present in all trunks, stem, trunk. In that and pores of the plant. Some of the pores of the plant burst open, like poppy plant bursts like this. There in those pores, that bursting is possible because of presence of sclerenchyma. Apart from that, xylem and phloem also have sclerenchyma. Fibers are present in xylem and phloem which belong to sclerenchyma. Okay, so in this collenchyma, the cytoplasm is less compared to parenchyma. Sclerenchyma, in the initial stages of life, it has some cytoplasm, but later it dries off. So these finally are dead cells. When they are formed as living cells. Within a short time, they turn into dead cells. Collenchyma are living cells and parenchyma also living cells. All cells that are present in stems, leaves which are active or parenchyma cells. Sclerenchyma is present in that part of stem root which is somewhat stiffer than normal, which is not very tender. Sclerenchyma is present in hard parts like uh, you take almond shell, walnut shell, pods of plant like you take even beans plant pods in which the seeds are present. That becomes hard. At that time, it is made up of sclerenchyma. Okay. So those cells were living. Initially, they were living only, but as time advances, they turn into dead cells. Coconut shell, that is also sclerenchyma. So, if you observe the shapes of cells, parenchyma are isodiametric, like this round, polygonal, oval shaped, etc. Different. Collenchyma is also different, like that only same isodiametric, polygonal, oval. But what is the difference is here there are some spaces between cell to cell, there is some space. In case of collenchyma, there is no space. This is filled with secondary cell wall. This is filled with secondary cell wall. There is no space. Collenchyma is tightly packed cells. Sclerenchyma are fiber-like structures. Either the fibers are irregular in shape like this, or they are long with tapering ends, pointed ends like this. Both type of fibers are included in sclerenchyma only. Okay. Still there is classification between types. There are types of parenchyma, types of collenchyma. We are not going to discuss that. In that much depth is not required for you. Okay. Next. Permanent tissue. We have xylem and phloem. I said you they have different components. Like xylem has xylem parenchyma, xylem fibers, xylem tracheids, xylem vessels. Phloem has components. Phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers, phloem sieve components. That is sieve cells and sieve tubes. Lastly comes companion cells. Okay. So there are some parenchyma cells, some xylem fibers, tracheids, vessels, together they are making xylem tissue. Since there are different components, this is a complex tissue. Take for phloem also, parenchyma is present, phloem fibers are present, components are present, that is sieve components are present, and companion cells are present. So different, these are all different. All parenchyma are similar looking, all phloem parenchyma are similar looking, but all phloem fibers are similar looking, but when you see comparatively, there are sets of similar cells. That's why it is a complex tissue, right? In case of these two, what you should understand here is this parenchyma is similar to the parenchyma in simple permanent tissue. These fibers are similar to fibers of simple permanent tissue. This parenchyma is similar to simple permanent tissue. These fibers are similar to simple permanent tissue. Okay? Here fibers are part of sclerenchyma. So why they are included like this separately in xylem means they will be present along the xylem tracheids and vessels. Okay? In between, what is xylem? Xylem is a tissue that transports water and minerals. It transports water and minerals. Water and minerals from roots to all parts of plant. Sorry, to leaves of the plant. Their photosynthesis is performed. That means inside the plant, if you see, in the root part, in the stem part, wherever it is, center of the stem, this xylem tissue is moving. Here, center of the stem. In association to that xylem tissue, whatever fibers are present, whatever sclerenchyma tissue is present, those are called as xylem fibers. In association with this conducting tissue, whatever parenchyma is present, that is called as xylem parenchyma. Same, just beside phloem there will be xylem. Just beside phloem there will be xylem. So phloem parenchyma is associated with this phloem. Phloem fibers are associated with this phloem fibers. Okay. Only thing is they are associated with xylem and phloem. Structurally, functionally, all they are similar to simple permanent tissue only. So what we have to study here, in xylem water tracheids and vessels, in phloem water sieve elements and companion cells. That we'll study now. Xylem tracheids, xylem vessels. Tracheids are long cells with tapering ends. That means pointed end like this. Okay, either like this or like this. But they have pointed ends. Okay, there are no holes between cells. There is no plate in between cells. In case of vessels, you can see there is a proliferation plate between this cell and this cell. It is having pores on this. These are pores. This is proliferation plate. Sorry, perforation plate. Perforation plate. Here there is one perforation plate. So for every cell it is like that. There are no pores any other way. So when water is moving from this cell to cell, it enters this pore, it enters this pore, it goes like that. okay, from one cell to another cell. Tracheids are having holes all over the body like this. So another cell which is adjacent to this, that means here onwards one cell will be there, overlapping. This cell is present over that cell. That is, there are holes that are connecting them. So first cell is there, on that this cell is there. Here it is joining both of them. In between holes are there. Next cell will be there, that is joining like this. Here holes are there. So some common holes are there between, common pores are there between one tracheid and another tracheid. Because of that water is conducted, okay. But it is having pores all over the body. Total body pores are present. That is the difference, structural difference. Functionally it carries water and minerals. Okay, one is structurally they are different. Second thing is they are present in gymnosperms and pteridophytes. Pteridophytes and gymnosperms. These are present in angiosperms. So this topic is completed in bridge course itself. What is pteridophytes, what is gymnosperms, angiosperms, we have discussed. Okay, pteridophytes are those plants which have vascular bundle for first time. Plants which are not formed before pteridophytes are formed do not have vascular bundles. Okay, during evolution, first plant to have vascular bundle is pteridophyte. In this, there are no flower formation. Gymnosperms are those plants which have flower formation but seeds are naked. Angiosperms are those flowering plants which have flower formation also and their seeds are present inside the fruits. Okay. So that means this is a very less evolved model, very primitive model. This is a completely advanced model. It is present in higher plants. Okay. If it is present in higher plants, it means it's completely advanced model. This is present in those plants which are formed before the evolution of angiosperms occur. The same thing in case of sieve cells also. Sieve components are present in phloem tissue. Phloem tissue also there is this much only difference. Sieve components are divided into sieve cells, sieve tubes. As discussed in tracheids and vessels, sieve cells are present in pteridophytes, non-flowering vascular plants, and gymnosperms. Gymnosperms are flowering but naked fruits. Sieve tubes are present in angiosperms. This is a developed model, advanced model. Sieve tubes are very much similar to vessels. Here there is sieve plate, here there is sieve plate, here there is sieve plate. Here holes are present inside the sieve plate. When water is conducted, when food material, so what is the function of phloem tissue? Phloem tissue helps in transport of food material from leaves to all parts of the body. Leaves to all plant parts. Plant parts. So this is a function of phloem tissue. So when it is transporting food material from one sieve pore to another sieve pore, it is able to pass like this. Okay. In association with the sieve tubes, there are certain cells called as companion cells. These companion cells are present here. What is the function of companion cells? They support sieve tubes. They support sieve tubes. What is their name? Companion cells. Companion cells. In case of sieve cells, they are cells. Here the holes are present between one cell and another cell. Between one cell and another cell, there are small pores on all directions. So total cell pores are present all over the body. All over the body, pores are present. The pores that are common between this cell and this cell help in conduction of food material from this cell to this cell. The common pores between this cell and this cell help in conduction of food from this cell into that cell. Okay. So in this there is no companion cells. Okay. No companion cells in case of sieve cells. That is a difference, structural difference. Only structural difference, no functional difference. Functionally, they are conducting food material, they are also conducting food material. But plants which have sieve cells do not have sieve tubes. Plants which have sieve tubes do not have sieve cells. That thing you should understand. This is most advanced model present in higher plants, plants which are completely developed. These are present in lower plants, plants which are not completely developed. Okay. So that is about xylem and phloem complex tissues.